Oh my God, I really gotta tell these all all these people, all these people, man, all these people, man. What a bunch of clowns they really are. You know what? You know what's funny that within our movement, some of them like actually at some point had like they have good connections, they have good reach, and for them to be so infatuated with me like Anthony right now. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. What a clown. So he burnt one of his connections, whatever he had with, I don't even know how big or small that platform is, big or small, like like him and Oscar, right? I don't know how big or small that platform really is. To burn that and talk about a bunch of BS, like, oh my God. Okay, the guy has been talking about the same bullshit for the last 4 years, copying me, right? Because he was a Democrat. I mean, we have pictures of him and Beto, right? Big or small. So he was a very open Democrat, whatever, right? Okay, I guess people could walk away. I don't know. But anyway, he starts, I mean, and then his page said conservative Anthony prior to me going viral. So I don't know, but whatever. In any case, even when I started getting millions of views on my videos, which he never got, by the way, he's never had a video with like millions of views. He's never had that. I mean, I think the most he's had is like a couple 100,000. None of them have, right? So anyway, I had one with 38 million views. So anyway, anyway, that's why I got invited to the White House and he did not, right? Or remember when Jorge Ramos invited me and he was like very respectful of me. Like, so let me tell you, when he invited me to the show, to his Al Punto show, it was very just straightforward. Like, I went into the studio. They were very respectful. He wasn't there. He was actually in Miami. I was in DC because that day I had gotten invited to the White House. So in between schedules and whatever we were doing, I went over to the Univision studios, right? And so anyway, I did a remote debate with Jorge Ramos, whatever, but he was super respectful. He's like, "Hola Paloma," and I was like, "Hola Jorge." I mean, we come from the same place, pretty much. We come from Mexico City. We went to the same school. We understand each other, even though we don't like each other. Now, with Anthony, when his stupid ass got invited to Al Punto or whatever, I don't even know what it was. They recruited a bunch of MAGA clowns, right? And they specifically requested they were hats. They were MAGA hats because they really wanted to make asses out of them because that's what the left does, right? They really wanted to make an ass out of him and whoever else was there. I found this out later because I have friends at Univision, right? So they wanted radical, stupid ass people who went on there and made asses of themselves, which he did, because his Spanish is so broken. His English is just, I guess, whatever, but now he sounds like Oscar, Mexico, Mexico. Like he sounds so lame. They all do. They both do, right? So anyway, but when Jorge invited me, or when I went to Al Punto with Jorge Ramos, it was a whole different thing. But anyway, that just goes to show you what a clown he is. He was invited as like they were like, "Hey, who are the biggest MAGA clowns? Who can we bring on?" "Oh, Anthony," And then anyway, when they want anything serious, they call me. Okay, that's why I've done a few with Telemundo and Univision. But anyway, CNN just doesn't have me on. They don't like me because they can't do what Donnie did to Mary. They can't do that. They can't trick me into sounding like an absolute freaking psychopath maniac and make all these weird faces. They can't do that with me. Anyway, I'm whatever. But anyway, so CNN, I've done about 3 interviews with them, like long interviews, never aired. I did a 2-hour interview with Televisa, of all people, which I'm sure they'll air someday because they're going to have to. They're going to be like, Congresswoman Paloma, exclusive interview back in the day when she was, whatever. But it was so good. They met me in Tijuana, okay? one of the producers from Mexico City called me, and she was like, Paloma, queremos hacerte una entrevista, and I was like, okay, sure, Donnie couldn't look at her face. So we met in Tijuana, right? And I did an 2-hour interview with Televisa. They couldn't air it. What the hell what could they do with it? There was nothing they could do with it. They even tried getting me on something that was, they tried to make it appear as if I sounded delusional, something to do with religion, because obviously I was wearing my ring, right, my rosary ring, and I also, when they met me, I had a St. Jude sticker on the back of my car, right? We Mexicans do that, and that's just how it is, and it's becoming more and more like pop culture. But because in the end, we are very Catholic. I grew up being very Catholic. I went to a Catholic school for 2 years en Valle de Bravo, al Colegio de las Monjas. Colegios. Yo siempre fui a colegios. So anyway, they tried asking me, do you really think God was appointed by God? Kind of like what they did to Bianca, or something like that. Or what they've done to other people. And my response was so amazing. They were just like, shit, we can't get her. How can we turn this around? Because I was like, well, I can't remember what I said, but in Spanish I told them something like, come on, you're as Catholic as I am. Don't play stupid, You believe in God the way I do. You grew up going to church the way I did. You grew up knowing there's a God. You grew up fearing a God, knowing that murder is a sin. You grew up knowing that abortion is a sin. And Trump is the one that's trying to stop all that. So whether it was God who anointed him, whether he's anointed, whether it was God who appointed him, I'm against abortion, I'm against murder. And isn't that what you are against too? Aren't you a Catholic like I am? And I can't remember verbatim what I said to them, but they literally took footage, B-roll of my car and my ring. And I was like, go for it, you freaking idiots. What are you going to ridicule me in Mexico for being Catholic? Really? Really? Try it. See where it lands you, Really, you're going to ridicule me in front of millions of people who kneel for days to worship La Virgen de Guadalupe? Really? So anyway, they couldn't do that. So anyway, Anthony's a clown. I cannot believe how much time and effort and energy of their pathetic lives they are taking to invest in me. Why? Is it because Fabiana told them 3 years ago that I was going to be in Congress because that's what the witches told her? Why is it exactly? Why is it that they are so terrified? I mean, to the point where Anthony has to burn a bridge, look like an absolute paranoid drug addict, and tell people that, oh yeah, there's going to be people here attacking me. Dude, nobody's attacking you. Nobody cares. It's just me. I don't have a mob of people like you do, I mean, I have literally two people that send me screenshots of what you guys post. And that's pretty much it. Nobody cares. The stuff that I post, I just post it to make fun of you because you're idiots. Now, earlier when I exposed Alexa for being such a fat liar, right? Not just fat, but a liar. I knew they were going to come up with something else because that's what they do. But at this point, they're so laughable. They're such a joke. But see, they don't understand that I always prepare for things. I wanted to do this. I went to school for it. I wanted to do this. I went to school for it. I wanted to do that. I went to school for it. They have no idea what the hell I'm doing right now, and it's killing them. They have no idea that I'm becoming a professional at defending myself. That's why I laugh at them. That's why I handle them the way that I do. That's why Cerda came out throwing punches and, giving it all she had, and boom, she got knocked down, And they get knocked down every single day. Knocked out like Cerda was just a un knockout if I've ever seen one. She went from being this to oh my God, no more, and almost crying on a video, right? This is a woman who had been going for 3 years, and after me literally just dedicating a little bit of time to her, she lost all credibility. She turned out to be the biggest clown, a liar, now in fear of losing her whatever she's got. I don't even know that it's even her house, you know? And just all this stuff. Oh my God, it's crazy. So, I think it's pathetic. I heard a little birdie told me that somebody was paid in California to run against me. What a bunch of freaking losers you are. You really are. Because I'm going to tell you something. As far as the redistricting, as far as I had nothing to do with it. And I just kind of went where I felt was my, like, depending on where exactly I wanted to run. LA, my city, is the reason why I got involved in this political movement. Ask Bianca, okay? Ask Bianca. That's the reason why LA and very specific parts of LA are the reason why I got started in this political movement. You can go back and read Bianca's comment from 3 years ago where she says LA, or 4 years ago now, where she says LA, because she's right. The reason why I got involved in this political movement is because of my city of LA, okay? So that's the only reason why I even ended up having a dog shelter in Tijuana, okay? It's the only, oh my God. So anyway, I had nothing to do with the redistricting. I had nothing to do with the way it was broken up so bad that it really radically changed everything. You know, it really did. I mean, it went from covering, you know, a certain area in a way to just, it was just boom. So I had nothing to do with it. And also I had nothing to do with waiting until the end. The reason why I waited and changed at the last minute basically was because that's just how things worked out. That's how my life is. Like, look, if I would have known, I would have probably announced it earlier, because I just don't care, right? That's the thing about me. I just don't care. So I don't care what these people do. I don't care what they say. And it's breaking them, especially when I have so much evidence as far as anything that would make me care, such as them claiming that I dated some disgusting pervert, you know? It's just not true. And as far as the rest, I just don't care. I laugh about it. That's why after 3 years, they're still attacking me nonstop, 24 hours a day. I mean, Anthony, what a freaking clown you are, going on somebody else's platform, okay, bringing your stupid drama that like half the, well, first of all, you had 24 people watching. 23 of those people were your moderators and your groupies, okay, because apparently nobody cares, okay, no one cares. You're just not popular anymore. Nobody's watching you anymore. You lost everything, your dignity, everything. You lost everything, okay? And so anyway, to burn a bridge like that, and like, I'm going to send them a message. I'm going to be like, oh my God, did this delusional maniac really like try to scare you and tell you there would be a mob of people here attacking him? Nobody attacked you. Nobody cares. Like, seriously, you're a loser. You have nothing. You are the same idiot you were 3 years ago, just 3 years later. You burned your, oh my God, like the whole thing that you did, breaking into, you know, just your diarrhea mouth outside of the Capitol and your footage inside the Capitol and all of that, like, because you were trying to be relevant, because you were trying to make money off of this. This is all a money-making scheme to a lot of you, you know? If you notice, I stayed away all of 2020. I said, no, when I saw the pandemic come around and then George Floyd, I said, oh no, this isn't going anywhere good, you know? This isn't going anywhere. If you notice, I hardly made any videos in 2020, didn't make that many, didn't go anywhere, not because I couldn't, because I didn't want to. I really didn't want to. I didn't see, when I saw the pandemic and I saw the George Floyd thing, I said, no, the way it was handled, I'm done with this for right now. You know, I'm staying away. I'm going to focus on me. I am going to do whatever I got to do with my personal life. And, you know, that's what I did. While this loser was out there at the border calling people roaches and chasing illegals and doing this and doing that and just destroying his name and his reputation, one clown show at a time, one shit show at a time, right? So, you're nobody. And for you to go on somebody's platform and pigeon, oh my God, what an insult. Oh, I'm so insulted. Now the one that came up with that, apparently, I think, was Robert. I think it was Robert, right? That's another sucker. Who the hell wants anything to do with such a such a gullible, weak-minded, like no future guy. You know what I mean? Like, I met him and I thought, oh, this guy's cool, MAGA and everything else. And we had a good time in the beginning, the first couple days that I met him. And then he started calling me and reaching out to me and, oh, come to a breakfast with me, some brunch or something. And all of us were MAGA, 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 MAGA. Whatever, we hit it off, right? And but I started noticing red flags too. Even he became really obsessed with me even the second time I went to New York. And we were staying at some Airbnb, right? And the guy that was renting us the Airbnb, he was like, be careful with this guy. He's very obsessed with you. And I mean, you could find it flattering, because I'm sure you do. But he goes, as a man, I'm telling you to be careful with this guy. And I said, oh no, he's fine. He's harmless, he's whatever. Yeah, he is infatuated with me because he was so protective over me, which was fine. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with a man being a gentleman. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but he just, he was very, very obsessed with me because apparently he found me very beautiful waking up in the morning, Mary. I know that you're going to probably, have some type of shock right now, but apparently without filters, Mary, apparently he found me very beautiful waking up. I remember waking up one day and he was like, oh my God, this is what you look like in the morning. And I was like, well, yeah, I mean, and you know me, I don't even really wear makeup. I mean, I will every now and then or whatever, right? He was like, wow, this is what you look like waking up. And I was like, yeah, I don't eat like Cerda does. I don't eat like Mary does. Oh, Mary eats so horrible, guys. Oh, if you could only see. It's so sad to see, such ignorance and how you can take an India out of the rancho, but you can't take the rancho out of the India. Like it's she has those roots and, she claims she has all this and that. She has nothing. Like, she has no quality of life. She thinks she does. but then again, she also thinks she lives, I mean, the house that I knew of hers, she thought she lived in a mansion and it was like literally a small townhouse, like, but according to her and her ghetto background, she lived in a mansion, oh my God. Like, yeah. Hey, yo soy de rancho. Whatever, Georgia. But I'm just saying, And yeah, I eat really well. I've eaten really well. My family had me juicing when I was 3 years old, to the point where the doctors were like, don't give her so much carrot juice because she's turning orange right now. I was going to be like Trump. Just kidding. I love Trump. You guys know that. But no, they, the doctor had to tell them that they needed to really cut back on the carrot juice because it was too much vitamin A for me, right? And that's just the type of family where I grew up. We grew up, knowing about nutrition, proper nutrition. I'm sorry, but I didn't grow up eating tamales. I probably in my entire life, I probably had like 7 tamales of the pink ones or the pineapple ones, which are really good. I don't like them, I don't eat like that. I've never had birria, which, a lot of people have never had that in my entire life. Like, just to think about it, I literally gag because I think it's so disgusting. I stopped eating pretty much by choice meat, even though my family eats meat, but I stopped eating meat at like 5 years old. I didn't like it. I thought it was disgusting, and I'll eat meat every now and then. Like, I'll have once in the blue moon, I'll have a hamburger and then I feel so guilty about it. I'm like, I just don't like it, Tacos are good. I don't really have tacos that much, you know, once in a blue moon. Meat is really bad for you, and I know that some of you don't like hearing that, but it's true. Meat is really bad for you. It's inflammatory. It causes an inflammatory effect in your body. Our bodies are made of chemicals. We are a clump of cells. Okay, we are we are cells that react to chemicals, right? And meat causes certain chemicals, and you know, I'm not going to get too technical, but protein causes certain chemicals, and fiber causes certain chemicals, and emotions cause certain chemicals, and whatever. You know, this is why Cerda caused a lot of damage to herself over the last 2 weeks. She really did. A lot of physical health damage to herself because she could not control the chemical reactions in her body with her anger, you know. And that's what they wanted to do to me, but they don't realize about how I handle things and my psychology. Anyhow, I'm not a I'm not a pre-Hispanic reactive, you know. That's just not who I am. So anyway, but she is, and that's why she said she wanted to stop, because she was like, if she keeps on attacking me, I could literally have a heart attack from this. I could, like, she was probably not sleeping, probably developing pain, probably developing high blood pressure, probably developing all kinds of ailments, you know. Pero ¿quién las manda a meterse con quien no deben? Si ya me conocen, ¿para qué se meten conmigo? So anyway, but see, again, I grew up taking all kinds of training, not only psychology, as I've already showed you guys. I'm not making this stuff up. Also, you know, how to break down a character. I spent a year, 2 different classes, in 2 different schools, learning how to break down a character. Anthony has a troll here, some fake account called Joy. We already know you. We know you. So anyway, yeah, Anthony's a clown. I cannot believe first of all, he came out of hiding, right? Because he was so triggered by the milk carton ad that we put out looking for him. It's just a joke, Anthony. Dude, you're aging badly. And the reason why is because, again, I mean, first of all, your habits, you know, your alcoholism and everything else. But also because, like Cerda, you don't know how to react to all this. You know, you don't know how to react to all of this. So I'd be careful. You looked super paranoid on the video. You really did. You looked extremely paranoid. You were sweaty, you know, sweaty little man like Oscar. You looked sweaty. You looked sweaty. Okay. You were looking all around. You were dragging absolute foreigners into your drama, and you're a pigeon and a Democrat. Oh my God. Our America is falling apart. And you're talking about me on the one opportunity that somebody gives you to make a little bit of money? Really? Oh my God. What a clown. What an absolute clown this little manlet really is. Okay. Remember how mad he got with, paid Democrat. Yeah, I wish. Maybe you are. No, I don't, who knows? Now, if somebody's sending you out there, oh my God. I see, I've known, if you guys, a lot of my posts have been taken down from my pages, but I told you guys a year ago, Anthony, he's just a puppet, okay? The pervert is just a puppet. Latino is just a puppet. This one's just a puppet. Darlene is just a puppet. Mary's just a puppet. I knew there were bigger people behind this, whether it was physically, you know, whether it was like directly or even just energetically involved from a long time ago. Like, you know, because think about it. How much money has Stupid Mary made from all this? Oh, $40,000 with some alleged funeral. Oh my God. That's really, but look, think of who's made real money from this. Bianca, Marjorie, who's made real money from this, you know? I told you guys a year ago These people are just puppets. I told you 2 years ago. These people are just puppets, you know? Why are they still attacking me now? What are they so afraid of, you know? Why is it that they're so obsessed? What exactly are they so obsessed about? If technically, I'm not really doing much. I do videos of my dog shelter throughout the day. I haven't even really started doing anything in California yet. Is that what they're afraid of? I have to tell you, I talk to people in California. And as far as my opponents, I don't really know them. I mean, I know one, and he's a good guy. I've actually done rallies with him in the past. You know, we get along well, you know. Oh my God, I want you guys to know that I had an awesome conversation with Derek. He's such a great guy. Oh my God, thank you guys for getting Derek to know me, because otherwise he probably wouldn't have, you know. About 2 weeks ago, we had like an hour conversation. He's such a great guy. I had no idea. Like now I've never met him, but now I want to meet him so bad. And we have friends in common. Like, you know, we have good friends in common. And they've, you know, they have told me, oh, he's a good guy and he's a good guy, whatever, right? So anyway, one day I just messaged him. I'm like, hey, Derek, can you call me? He's like, yeah, you know, calls me right away. I call him back. We're like playing phone tag. Anyway, long story short, we end up spending like, oh, I don't even know. I think it was like an hour on the phone. He's such a great guy. He's such a good guy, you know? And I told him, I said, did you know that I'm not even running against you? He was like, what? I'm like, I'm not even running against you. He's like, oh my God. I'm like, that's how stupid these clowns are. I'm not even running against you. And they just spent the last 4 months attacking you and spamming you. But see, the thing about Derek is that he is such a good guy that he reacted like a good guy would. And we need people like him. You know, we need people like him in Congress. We need people like him in government. He was like, the things he told me, he was like, da, 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 da. I was like, this guy is great. He's really amazing. And he's very strong in his faith. And he told me he's married to a Hispanic woman. And, you know, he just all around good guy, you know, complete opposite from like dirty, you know, dirty criminal Anthony or Oscar, who they, you know, they have no morals. They have no human value of any kind. You know, they're just absolute freaking criminals. Always have been, always will be. Malandros, you know, delincuentazos. I told him that. And the first time I ever told him that, he was probably like, shit, this girl's my enemy for life. Because I was like, eres un delincuentazo, güey, un delincuentazo. You're, you know, that means you're a big time criminal, right? So anyway, Anthony, what a joke you are. You know what? It was so pathetic with your 23 moderators and groupies watching that as far as giving you any attention on like my big platform and combating you, you're such a waste of my time. You really are. You're so destroyed. I warned you in New Mexico when we were in that bedroom and I was going through my luggage and you saw me pull out an image of Saint Michael. I told you, be careful. These people will stop at nothing to destroy anybody as long as they can get to me and as long as they can turn people against me. He literally went in one ear, out the other because he's that much of an idiot. I warned him. I said, be careful, Anthony. There's a woman called this. There's a man called this. There's that. And they will stop at nothing and they're going to target you. Okay? He was like, what are you talking about? Again, now he knows exactly who I'm talking about. And they've destroyed him. They've destroyed him. You know, whenever they start doing things to try to manipulate people's will, to try to manipulate destiny, all the things that they do, they don't know what the real consequences of that is. And one of those things I feel is the fact that they drove him insane. You know, I think he would have had a much better future staying away from Oscar, for sure. I think he would have had a much better future not acting like a freaking maniac and just being, you know, just literally sticking to common sense, you know, like not control. You know, I mean, he drinks a lot, so it's hard for him to control himself. But you know, just more traditional politics because, I mean, he's already a novelty as it is, you know, such as I mean, we both are, you know, we're both, you know, we both have very strong conservative views at the border, and we're both. He almost messed up today. He basically confessed that he was born in Mexico. He said, "I'm a first generation immigrant." So now we know Anthony was born in Mexico. So anyway, in that way we're kind of similar, even though obviously we come from different places in Mexico. I'm sure his family's better than Oscar's, though, for sure. So anyway, it seems to me anyway, that his family would be better than Oscar's. Oops. The little tiny baby, he fell from the window. So anyway, what a clown. What a clown to burn, a connection like that, a channel. I'm going to write to them and I'll be like, did this guy really tell you that there was going to be a mob of people? Anthony, you did all the destruction all to yourself. Nobody did it to you. I mean, somebody did do it to you, but they didn't have to do much. You did it to yourself. You were so weak that you destroyed yourself. Look at what they tried doing to me. Look at how I looked in the summer of 2018 and how I looked in the beginning of 2019. But guess what? What I did? No, chucha. But what I did is that I worked on it. I knew what they were doing. So I fixed it. If you would have paid attention to me, you would have realized that you were acting like an absolute maniac and that you were going to destroy yourself one clown show at a time, one shit show at a time, which is what you did. And as far as your friends, oh my God. You know what? And I'm not going to say the bigger because that's flattering, but I guess the bigger, I'm just going to say that, person that attacks me, the more I know my worth and my value and my potential. And if anybody has what, we found him. He came out of hiding to attack me, Belinda, because he was so butthurt about me calling him out for being missing. He came out of hiding to attack me, to say that I'm a Democrat and a paid Democrat. I didn't watch it. Somebody sent me, because I watched it for like 5 minutes, and first of all, it was really distracting to see how nervous he was. Second of all, I could hear a dog being beaten in the background and being yelled at. So that was kind of, a turn off, obviously, for me. Third, he was greasy and I could not focus on anything he was saying because I couldn't see past that light ring on the reflection of his fondos de botellas, seeing eyeglasses or whatever. And so after like 8-10 minutes, I turned it off. I was like, okay, I'm done. I got it. I gotta go do something else, anything but this. So I turned it off. So anyway, so then I ran to the store. Yeah, somebody was yelling at a dog in the background, and he tried to play it off like it wasn't happening, but it was happening. Yeah, I know, Brian. And so I ran to the store, and when I ran to the store, Georgette sent me a message, and he was like, "Did you see Anthony? Are you watching?" I'm like, "No." No, I'm like, oh, no, I'm not watching, so she was like, yeah, he's calling you a Democrat, and I was like, oh my God. So I didn't watch it. I probably won't, because it's just, again, it's so boring for me at this point. I've kicked so many of their asses, and I'm just now having fun with all these losers, and but I'm sure my fights will get bigger, and I'm going to kick their asses too. Watch me. Bye, guys.